exit towards that top site. Molly Hut on its way. Smoke main, and we're ready to play. Perfecto will likely be forced off. And it's JKS who takes down Electronic and down the vents instead. niko lost short. And it's a 4-on-4. It's bit on the door. Takes a heavy beating. Will be repelled from the angle. xantares lingering for a late ramp flank. 2 from here. JKS towards the dark position. There's 3 members of NaVi now. Back's turned to that potential flank from xantares. Modesty just needs to live. Buy time. JKS the same and actually does find a head. Simple good for 1 as well. Modesty hoping for help. It gets awkward now. xantares, yeah, element of surprise is one thing, but long-range Glock shots another. Hard to hit. And NaVi will take that pistol.
Oh, xantares had a chance there to get a kill, but look where the bomb's planted. For him to be able to scoop this one up, it was going to be very, very difficult. So great entries, great plant, but NaVi will weather that storm and pick up the pistol round here on the CT side of NUKE pretty handily, mind you. This is the opener, but as they were trying to drop down the vent, niko got plucked from the pack. One of the heavy hitters removed here as MPL. You can see that right there. That is a tasty shot and a scout up against NaVi's second round purchase.
Early descent from Electronic. Kovac Cousins alongside with Monacy, taking some yard fights, or at least looking for them. Electronic could catch a time on his secret stairs. He is worming his way up, and Monacy takes down Simple. Trade not immediate, but provided. Electronic successful to keep it level.
niko has a lot of space, though. You can see him now starting to tighten the noose here alongside of xantares' push. So forcing this rotation right now. Bit. Oh, spotted and does get the kill. Good shot from Bit, but traded out by xantares now.
Loving all the head-to-heads we're getting here. Bit out-aims niko. Monacy out-aims Simple. Electronic feeling a little pressure towards the ramp. And you can see that things are changing hands here. So Hell, ramp, it's flying the flag of G2. MPL and Perfecto are responsible for that top site.
Hunter has to be very careful here. Traditionally, lobby push. Name of the game when the CTs lose the territory, but they're actually sticking to their guns. MPL and Perfecto not moving. It'll all be on Electronic here with that MP9, which is where he started extremely strong on the CT side of Inferno's campaign.
Yeah, it's becoming a weapon. He's all too efficient with... What? Look at this! He's playing a rifle position with an SMG, nearly finds xantares. That should open up the opportunity for a plant. Smoke towards the door, swings it open premature. Good find. Bomb lost. And Perfecto disrespects, charges the smoke. No time to win the round. JKS just hiding in plain sight. Doesn't
moved. So this is them dealing with Electronic towards the back of the sight box, sure. He did a good amount of damage here, but the problem was that smoke coming in towards Decon. It was well, it wasn't disrespect to the best team in the world on NUKE. Right. They were the best team in the world. And
oh, hello.
Yes, it's out again. Okay, another entry.
He's going to keep doing that, but there is immediate response from NaVi. They're trying to go straight without the smokes. Now, Electronic got a lot of info on that glance, and they're not slowing down. The util's there to slow them. I thought there might be an attempt to disrespect the smoke, but no, change of plan. NaVi, well reacted to. They've actually completely cancelled G2's immediate secret descent. But JKS, yeah, 2 for 2 for getting out Squeak and finding an opening. And that's Perfecto. Locks xantares out. He'll have opportunity for information. There's no one else home.
Look at all the bodies on the lower deck for NaVi. They've just left Electronic, the only man on the upper side of things right now. Bit and Perfecto crawling forward, looking for fights. Simple making sure they can't get down ramp, and Electronic says, hey boys, all clear right now. Look at the timing on this, perfect, just has to pick a target. Perfecto gets Monacy, trade is there, but they won't expect Bit, not at all, and he finishes off Hunter easy as you like.
That's the benefit to having so many bodies down there in response. As they recover that territory, they rip apart what remained of G2.
Yeah, not a hot start here for G2, and that's been a part of a lot of these map wins is hot starts, so yeah, very, very cool. It's going to be a 4-0 lead for NaVi early. And G2 also don't have their money set as they'd like. So hoping to break through with one of these higgledy-piggledy buys, no. Now they will have to be a little bit more conservative. niko can't connect the dots. Bit will grab another. That's 4 kills.
We've been often capable of starting strong on NUKE, but what happens if you've grown very familiar with that feeling?
Precisely, right? And once more, even though Map number 1 was just domination from G2. Looking fantastic on Inferno. So many different opening variations on their CT side. Felt like they couldn't put a foot wrong. Just have to remind ourselves.
All bang into Hut does leave Perfecto a little lower, but m0NESY posted towards the side. Not going to have anything to report. Simple responsible for the lower early.
They're looking to do a late smoke wall here, and if Simple pokes up his head, m0NESY is waiting for that.
Just like that.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed. I want to thank m0NESY for that one, I suppose. Makes me look like a bit of a genius here, but the smoke wall now up and at him, and more bodies down towards the lower deck. But do they want to hit Secret, or do they want to take Warehouse space? Find out now.
Seems like Warehouse. Electronic not going to have a look lockers. That's the fight niko's hoping for, waiting for. Not going to be given.
Delayed towards ramp with that smoke. niko now searching towards heaven. 3 players down the lower deck, and that is quite the shot. Tap, tap, tap it in. Big one there from niko. 2-man advantage here.
That was his first frag, and it's one hell of a scorching way to arrive on the scoreboard. And now we can just burrow in, anticipating a CT reaction. JKS is cautious, but not checking his corners. Bit good for it on ramp. One back from NaVi. Still that man discrepancy, and the low sight's lost.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, looking for the save. I thought they may have been looking for a frag here. It looked like after they were able to pick up JKS, they were spurred forward for a fight. MPL just missing a glimpse of niko as he makes his way down the vent, but NaVi, they know this lead that they've been able to accrue early. Why throw it away? Let's hold on to these goodies and continue to be as threatening into the follow-up rounds of play as we can.
Yeah, m0NESY, definitely. I mean, I'm sure he's watched a Simple demo or two, as every rising star does.
Well, especially when they play each other so recently, right? And quite truly, it does get to the point here where the two of them watch each other's games. They understand the patterns of where they want to rotate, those type of fights that they want to take. And that's what you're looking for, right? We don't often see too many head-to-head AWP duels, but if you can pip your opponent at the post like this, it just seemed way too easy. Walks right in and dead. Great stuff from m0NESY here, but there's truly mind games between these players at this level, and that's something that we would never be able to dig into unless they give us that insight. And that's one of the secret sauce, so I'm not sure they're going to be giving that one away for free.
Yeah. Playing a real tight gap. Safe from the Molotov, and that's enough of a warning sign for him to bail out. Actually going to hide in his own smoke, maybe. Simple this time beats niko, and now a bit overwhelmed. 2 to the good for G2. Heading into that low site, and it's completely unmanned. niko probably not going to be expecting this one, though. Oh, just pops his head up. Recovers that AWP. Electronic at least getting something to celebrate, not only the save, but taking niko down a peg.
Okay, well, consecutive rounds here, and similar result for NaVi. Hold on to the goodies, and we'll try again tomorrow. See if they wake up on the right side of the bed going into round number 8 here. It was a really nice start here, and I know it's only 2 for G2 now, but they've come quite easily with a lot of bodies staying alive. It looks easy, doesn't it? This is one of the things with Counter-Strike, and I guess it's difficult to convey this message to people who only watch as opposed to play, but when we see these guys chopping off heads, remembering 342 different variations of smokes, flashes, molotovs, also with the focus on your crosshair to be able to be lightning fast with the reactions and precise with the shot. And then you have to do that with all that other information I discussed still floating around in your brain as the in-game leader tells you if, when, and maybe. So Liege is a good example when he gets a little bit jump scared. That can show you just how glued and focused. This is aggressive. JKS withstands the flames for a moment. Perfecto from the grave with the trade. Then they're going to push the issue.
Yeah, Simple jumps into the site, wants to commit to holding this one at the door.
That was a cheeky little aggressive maneuver, right? Get those mollies deep in, force that squeaky player to be fighting or falling. How about both?
Yeah, well, JKS manages to remedy it with the frag at least. Electronic going elsewhere. Oh, and MPL nearly lost his life to that spray. Definitely softened up
Full luck on the timing there, but damage nonetheless.
Yeah, and he's going to try and play hut. Hooksy's been pre-aiming this. Upon the fade, Hunter to walk out. It's simple here as well. NPL goes down. It's really going to all fall onto Sasha. At the back of the site, just the one. As Hunter hands him some humility, a bomb to be planted. Electronic. He's going to be staring at a smoke for another 18 seconds. Bit, known as the ramp player, likely Heaven, Hunter and m0NESY on the site and working it out. Catching a bit of flack from that nade, but it's m0NESY again, comfortable on that AWP. Electronic 1v3 goes, 1v2 goes a little dangerous for a moment, niko. Will finish the job. Gets that info by virtue of the tracers.
And this time, nothing saved for Na'Vi. So 2 rounds, they lost. They saved some guns. Sure, it gave them an opportunity to keep buying back in with drops. But now, they do have a few issues here. Out of cash on almost all of their players. Here's the Flames coming in the way of JKS. That initial fight and trade out. But they know Perfecto is a top defender. And I think that helped Hooksy make this call. And this is great work from Hunter. You can see him using the sight boxes to shield his scale up.
Oh.
Okay.
You just see niko's reaction. It's almost comical. Just stands still and looks in the direction like, really?
Come on, man.
You hit that?
And Hooksy just did no man's land there on the fade. It's very cheeky here, but hoping to catch them out. Now, Simple pivoting all the way back into CT spawn. Will he go overlooked here? 30 seconds. Well, 35 to be exact. Could be problems for G2 still.
Ooh, Simple. An opportunity on that scout straight to the head of Hooksy, and that's an immediate cancel.
NaVi can win this. They've stacked top.
Yeah, and within 20 seconds, G2, they're going to have to do their due diligence. They're in all the right places, all the nooks and crannies to be cleared. niko low. Perfecto hits the shot. NaVi, with 10 seconds, they just have to stop Hunter. Charging into the site. Berserking. NPL hut. Can he stop the plant? Can he stop the plant? No, JKS is down. Hunter 2! NPL clutches up, and NaVi will win the eco. With a couple of pistols and some scout tags for good measure.
Now that was beautiful there from NPL. You can see him just surging forward in the chaos. A slap on the head from Hooksy there. You can't be dropping those. NPL even grabs that AWP on the way out. Did everything and more for his team right there. And at the start of the round, just said perfect weapon for the job. I didn't think it would play in like this. Trading efficient from G2, considering they're up against the odds, but time the biggest issue. JKS trying to cover every single angle. And he just comes screaming, doesn't stop moving. NPL, that is a big one for the young gun.
Lesser players would be going straight for that bomb. Oh, yeah.
The players like NPL feeling, hey, I can do this. Against the G2 is on a 9-map winning streak right now on this very territory of NUKE.
And Simple, gonna build upon that with Hooksy down early. The AWP posted. And successful. That was the bomb carrier as well. Nice one back, niko. Always up for a biff and a brawl.
Feels like blink and you miss it in a lot of these scenarios. They just appear on the screen and they're gone.
JKS side by side. Oh, and Simple. JKS is talking a lot. Look at this. The restraint from JKS. Simple. Knife out. Eliminated. Can't build upon it. Perfecto adjusts perfectly, but in the meantime, Hunter's taking space and runs straight into NPL. Their top site seems like it's on lock. m0NESY gonna perhaps use the secret avenue.
Might have to, but how does niko join the party here? If he goes from ramp and clears down, they will have to deal with Bit, who's over towards that window side. So this is the fight that will come first for m0NESY, I do believe.
Yeah, they're gonna be sweeping lobby, so definitely on a timer. NaVi will start to regather.
m0NESY has to make a move shortly. Look how low the clock's getting again here for G2.
Bit might start looking, yeah, here's the utility ramp side. Now m0NESY makes the move. As his attention's drawn, still considering the flank.
Steps ahead.
Loud out there. Feel the bomb and what? Huh? What is that? Lightning quick from m0NESY. And now he hears the rundown. Perfecto. Bodyguarded. Just enough time to get that bomb down. NPL, can you do it again? They plant. niko and m0NESY side by side, and m0NESY closes. That's a recovery after the round. The slip up, the red face, the slap on the forehead. Now they're back in business by virtue of niko and m0NESY.
Felt like they stole that one there, didn't they? I know that whole JKS situation, we had all the info, we had the free kill here on Simple. It felt like it was going to cause more chaos, but then they handled it. And this here, I don't know how m0NESY hits this onto Bit. I thought he was going to overlook this, but that is quick. He even has a chance to get off that plant. niko bodyguards, as you said, and on 7 HP, they walk away with their 4th round here. That's going to stun Navi.
We've seen G2 recover these kind of rounds. Look no farther than the close on Ancient. And it was Hunter. He gave him that leg back in, but MPL with a second. What more could you ask? That flick is nasty, filthy, but not enough as we see 7, and Navi will take another naughty round. They had no right into that one. Just daylight robbery, just as G2 were sailing on that high from their clutch up. They're sent right back down to earth.
Oh, decision time here for G2. I think HooXi with the buy-in is going to signify exactly where we're headed here. Honestly, felt like he was going to hit that second shot as well. It's difficult when you have AWPers of the...
Not let that smoke pop. Simple, such a forward position. Anti-flash on forward. Hold. And NPL holds fast. One and done. niko with a double up. Straight into the site. JKS up close and personal with Perfecto. It's the trade that matters. Simple in the vent. We know he likes to go for some cheeky no-scopes around that ladder. Now sneaking into the site. Lets one go. And it's only one back from Bit. niko trying to get the troops motivated with a 3K delivery. A full team effort. Everyone contributing for G2. 8 for m0NESY, JKS, and niko. But just as these rounds come in from Navi, these heroics, and immediately G2 seem to always have a response. Let's see how this goes.
This is crazy, right? Because both teams don't have loss bonuses. So as we continue to trade blows like this, it's what's left at the bottom of the barrel to try and make it work. And this is really fighting tooth and nail. This is just really good individual prowess from G2.
4 members of G2 are there. Gonna try and look over on the railing, but perfect smokes, a fired shot, and a flash over the top for Electronic. Goes up, and m0NESY so prepared. G2 well drilled. Opening again for G2. Can they close with a win? And a 1 T-half. Simple wants to argue against it. Only the 1 before niko finds him. Now hell is lost unless Bit can hold on to this one. Just knocking on the door is niko. And Perfecto wrapping around for the secret stairs this week. Been waiting for niko. Down to 1 HP, a dink exchange, but the AK stronger. m0NESY, he's just got a read, hasn't he? Perfect hold. Delivers for his squad, just the 1 frag to stop this 8. And you were talking about that start from NaVi. Yeah, what a recovery from G2. NPL onto m0NESY and down. You can see the odds favoring them, but niko on yard with a lot of bodies his way. Hunter with him, I love it too. The cousins side by side, and m0NESY gone. NPL finds the frag, simple equipped with that P250. niko might be his next victim. Long range engage. Okay, simple. Gives niko a bit of his own medicine there.
Yeah, just isolated, knowing that they can take that fight and hit an absolute banger. Now it's HooXi and JKS. Maybe an unlikely duo in the clutch. And Navi can just allow this one here to simmer as JKS, he's trying to find out where they've gone. Spotted one jumping behind red, would have to hit some absolute bangers to make this possible, but that's information for Navi. They know where at least 1 player of the remaining 2 are.
JKS does actually find a clean duel. Reposition, simple catching flak as well from HooXi. That will be a huge frag to post. He's been absent in the feed for the majority, and JKS, he's got 2 on his plate, needs the fresh mag, and HooXi good for the frag as well. JKS gets the bomb on the floor, and Simple already wounded. How did this fall through Navi's fingers? This felt like a guarantee. And now all HooXi has to do is just hold his push, play it safe from the rafters. The bomb is not in Simple's grasp.
He's going around the world here as well. Time is going to start becoming an issue here. About to hit 25 seconds. And JKS, considering the fact he could come late out squeaky. This is heard now from Simple, knows where 1 of the 2 are again.
Oh, HooXi, he's not considering this at all. Simple playing a masterful game of Counter-Strike on the low HP. The 1v1, can JKS hold his nerve with 8 seconds left? Simple's going to have to plant, gets the info. JKS has to run him down. Simple off the bomb, gets the info. Can he get around the corner? He can and will secure the round. JKS with impact. G2 take the pistol, and it's daylight robbery. Navi will not be happy with that.
Oh, you can see the smiles on the faces of the G. Of topside, you knew that HooXi was up towards the heavens, and they still forced themselves with so much time on the clock in towards this A site. They could have gone towards secret, right? They could have gone I guess they were worried about the Heaven player. That's why they were...
Oh, mate, actually destined for electronic. He knows where you like to hide. I love this. I love the layers, and I love that. m0NESY throws some aggression into the mix. Take that AWP into Hut. Take the first body down. A nice weapon now for Simple in the round, but still limping. And xantares forward. Normally, that's not something you go for alone. He has opted to do so.
And niko and JKS are both down here. So if they push down Secret, they will find niko, sure, but JKS, they're going to hide him, tuck him in. That might lull them into a false sense of security, but that's assuming NaVi decide to finish. And, well, they've all backed off completely here. xantares with a lot of space in this position, probably good for 1, maybe 1.5, 2. niko getting information back again, just G2 so happy with this number advantage to still search for info. And Simple, does he clear his corners? Yes, he does.
An easy way to find the 4v4, I guess. Simple. Makes light work of xantares. You can see ramp now obviously wide open. JKS will get the smoke down. And MPL goes down. Hunter finds it through the smoke. Well-placed bullets. m0NESY somehow onto electronic. On that hut position. Oh, Simple's going to be unhappy. niko from behind. Bit's got nowhere to go. And he makes a path. Get out of there. Oh! JKS, another one of those. We've seen him do it to Simple before, and he does it this time to Bit, takes the gun away.
Yeah, Justin still remembering the days of 1.6 when he was about 10 years of age.
Yeah.
I've got this, well, Gomez has this classic picture. Maybe you'll get it out on the internet. I know Juzzy doesn't love it, but he definitely loves a good wall bang here. Grew up in the type of nuke we were talking about the other day where everything was paper thin, and this is just cheeky, isn't it?
Now that first engagement is likely xantares. xantares, how does he know? It's wide open. Perfecto down, gets the instantaneous trade, and lobby is theirs. That smoke should lock him out. They got no way in.
They did this on Inferno, an aggressive CT maneuver, barreling down mid into second, being an absolute nuisance, and having lobby control with so much time. I'm curious how long they want to stay here for. The trade would be NaVi taking all this yard space, but niko's tucked in towards the top of Secret. So your best bet would be trying to wrap Heaven, but JKS is dealing with that right now. So
sick hold.
They will likely be able to isolate xantares here, but that's assuming m0NESY misses.
One-way dropped as well. Bit. You put a couple of pre-fired bullets through, but won't have vision on niko. So m0NESY's trying to support xantares, but he will fall off after the miss. Will happily send his in-game leader down the river. And still hits the shot onto electronic. A re-smoke. Oh my god, they're going to have to respect it. Molled him out. Smoke will cover. Spray finds nothing. niko, though, just as Bit looked away. Everything going G2's way.
This is some cocky Counter-Strike,
right?
It's well put together. It's not
calculated, but cocky.
Yeah, it's not your FaZe games where the guy who plays 400 hours of deathmatch is just holding W. This is well considered, but they know when they can take the fights, and well, Simple's finally found one. MPL heard he's going to be dead any second now, removed by niko, and now niko gets the final fight, but Simple for the clutch, 1 on 3.
Got this one, JKS to deny, and perfect. Absolutely perfect. G2's pace changes, they always hit you a little different. xantares, you could see how cavalier he was, straight out main into Squeak. Look at the timing, 1:45, the door is off, and he's in. And it's just perfecto, they take contact and trade. At that point, the round, with m0NESY hitting shots like these, I mean, you can count on him to hit those, then you can take over the world. G2, 13, 3 rounds away as this countdown continues.
I think you can only sit here and be in awe of the level of performance that we've seen from G2 here today, and I know that this is consistent, right, for them this year.
In a row. Here comes Hunter versus Perfecto, a big one for the opening. Evades the spray and gets down the vent, a big frag as he just tried to hold on to that vent hole, didn't quite deliver on the lethality, and around Perfecto's making him nervous. He's hearing doors, smokes, forces the rotate, has to acknowledge the presence, and he's already disappeared. Perfecto just trying to weaken the numbers on that top side. niko's still responsible for yard. It's between him and Bit as it currently stands. And m0NESY versus Simple, a head-to-head. I'm sure Simple wouldn't want to look at the figures.
Well, niko has yard control right now. It's going to be on JKS. If they can deal with him, and well, niko's dealing... Oh, should have been dealing with that. Don't often see him miss those type of shots.
He's been using the M4A4. I think he's just not used to that A1S.
And they've... Oh, I thought they gave up ramp. xantares still here, remember.
He does deliver. Can he get away safely? The answer, a resounding yes, and that's if he wants to. He got JKS to count upon. It's only a pistol and the bomb. Oof! Great shot from NPL. Maintains the advantage, but could lose the bomb here. JKS flashed and not dead. Somehow he gets away with that one, and the impact is felt as a 1v1 between two of the smartest in the server, m0NESY and Perfecto. Bomb and time against Perfecto. So he scooped up the bomb, and he's heading towards that top site. m0NESY, he had an early glance decon. I think he's solved the mystery now. With 10 seconds left, if he's silent about this. Gets the sound. Safe plant. m0NESY will crawl. Closes the gap. One bullet. One single bullet to the center of mass for 15. Flash. And frag. Safe as houses. As 15. Doesn't have to take the fight upon it, but has a little glance. It's Bit versus niko. And the first frag is G2's. Just a smoke to reposition. Play upon the fade. Lovely angle he's got here. niko, a master of his craft. And he wants more. Electronic. Simple, but damage inflicted. A good one back from NaVi. m0NESY refuses to let them leave with an advantage. Catch is simple. Electronic slipped, only for a moment, and it's NaVi about to concede. G2 to do it. 10 nukes in a row. 17 maps in a row. They are untouchable until NPL gets the craziest clutch of his life. I don't think so. m0NESY can end at any moment he wishes. Waits for JKS. From the lobby, NPL distracted. Not the 1v4. Not at all. G2 stay perfect. Stay untouchable and sail to the semis of Katowice. The Spodek will see G2 once more. 17 maps, sure, but 10 series in a row. That semis secure. G2 one win away from the back-to-back grand final appearance.
Who is going to touch this team? Heroic on